You're not unlucky. You're not going through a season. You're repeating. Same triggers, same choices, same excuses. Different day, same you. And you're tired of it, but not tired enough to stop. That's the problem. You keep acting surprised by the consequences you personally schedule. You keep calling it a mistake like it was an accident. But it's not an accident. A mistake is touching a hot stove once. What you're doing is placing your hand on the burner every morning and acting offended when it hurts. You know where this ends. You know what happens when you open that app. You know what happens when you say, just this once. But you do it anyway. So stop expecting different results while you keep making the same choices. Your life is not confusing. You're getting exactly what you deserve. Your habits are consistent. And that's why you're stuck. Because you don't have a motivation problem. You have a standards problem. You keep negotiating with the version of you that ruins everything. And that version is persuasive. That version sounds reasonable. That version says, relax, you've earned it. That version says, start tomorrow. But tomorrow turns into months. Months turn into years. And then one day you look around and realize your life is a museum of almost. Almost disciplined. Almost focused. Almost there. You want the truth? Your biggest mistake isn't one big decision. It's the tiny ones you keep forgiving. You keep forgiving the scroll. You keep forgiving the binge. And every time you forgive it, you teach yourself a lesson. You teach yourself you're the kind of person who can be bought. Bought by comfort. Bought by fear. Bought by the need to feel good right now. And you wonder why you don't trust yourself. You wonder why you can't stay consistent. So let's stop pretending this is a mystery. If you keep making the same mistake, it's no longer a mistake. It's a pattern. And patterns don't break because you want them to. They break when you start treating your life like it matters. When you stop acting like you have unlimited time, because you don't. Now listen, you don't need a new personality. You just need new rules. Because your feelings are unreliable. Your motivation is unreliable. But rules? Rules don't care if you feel like it. Rules don't argue. Rules don't bargain. Rules are what you lean on when the weak part of you starts whispering. And that whisper comes every day. It shows up when you're alone. It shows up when you're bored. And it says, do the thing, the old thing, the easy thing. But you must ignore this voice. You have to stop fighting your habits at the peak of temptation and start cutting off the path before you reach the cliff. Because you keep losing at the same moment. That first decision, that first click, that first bite. That moment is where the cycle restarts. So if you want a different life, you don't try harder. You build a trap for your own weakness. You remove options. You lock doors. You create friction. You make the wrong choice hard and the right choice automatic. You stop relying on willpower like it's some magic. You want to stop repeating the same mistakes? Then stop keeping the same setup. Same phone beside the bed. Same open tabs. You can't keep living in a system designed for failure and then blame yourself for failing. Change the system. If you can't control yourself at midnight, stop being awake at midnight. If you can't control yourself with the phone in your hand, stop holding it like it's keeping you alive. And yes, you're going to feel uncomfortable. That's a good thing, because discomfort is where growth happens. Comfort, on the other hand, will quietly make you miserable. You find comfort in what destroys you. You feel safe in what keeps you small. If you want to grow, you have to be willing to feel the resistance. You want to achieve your goals? Then stop living like someone who doesn't believe they deserve them. Your goals only care about your actions. And your actions have led you to where you are now. So ask yourself honestly, are you satisfied with that? If you're watching this video, probably not. So let's be direct about something. You keep repeating the same mistakes because they give you something. Relief, distraction. So the question isn't, how do I stop? The question is, what am I trying not to feel? Because every bad habit is a solution, a bad solution. And until you face the real problem, you'll keep treating symptoms. You'll keep cutting weeds while watering the soil. So face it. Confront the problem. Is it loneliness? Is it a dead-end job? Is it fear? Whatever it is, stop running from it. And here's the part you won't like. Your life keeps repeating because you keep choosing the easy path. You keep choosing the path that doesn't require you to grow. You keep choosing the path where you don't have to risk anything. But you're not a victim. You're a participant. And the moment you accept that, it gets heavier. Because now you can't blame anything else. Now, it's all on you. But that's a good thing. You've been waiting for permission to take your life seriously. Here it is. Take it seriously. Start living like the consequences are real, because they are. Every time you repeat the same mistake, you carve the groove a little deeper. You're not just wasting time, you're becoming someone. And right now, you're becoming the kind of person who defaults to weakness. Let that sink in for a minute. It should make you realize you've been lying to yourself for years, because you have. You've been calling it a slip. You've been saying, I'll get back on track. Meanwhile, the track is covered in dust, and you're building a house on the side of the road. So here's what you do. You pick one mistake that keeps repeating, just one, and you make a rule. And then you hold that rule like your life depends on it. If the mistake is late nights, the rule is bedtime, non-negotiable. If the mistake is mindless scrolling, the rule is the phone leaves the room, or the apps get deleted. If the mistake is junk food, the rule is simple. You don't buy it. You don't negotiate with what ruins you. And while you hold that rule, you build one replacement habit. One thing you do every day. A walk, a workout, whatever moves you forward. And you do it even when it feels small. Because small, done daily, becomes identity. And identity is what breaks cycles. You don't break a pattern by trying. You break it by deciding who you are. You are not the person who repeats the same mistake. You are not the person who folds for comfort. You are the person who stays focused. You are the person who keeps your word. That's the difference. Not intensity, just consistency. So the next time you feel that pull, that itch, that urge to go back to the old pattern, don't debate it, don't think it over. Look at it for what it is, a rerun you've already seen 100 times. Same plot, same pain, same ending. And then do the opposite. Not because you feel inspired, because you're done being controlled. You've repeated it enough. Now break the habit and watch your life change.